this chop, turn your ass to a ghost. Better finish your test, keep your ass on the post. I ain't never been shook with my back to the road. Bet this shit ain't gon' jam when I blast with the toe. Got a whole lot of racks, I get cash with my bro. All I want is a check, that's what matter the most. He wanted smoke, so I kick it. Luke K, no fatality. Chop it, don't finish him. He get no wins, that boy lost like he killing it. Hollow tip hit, turn his ass to
What's going on, guys? Joe the Optimist here, and today I'm doing a story time. These videos gonna be kind of compiled up together into one big story, you know, a little full circle effect, as I like to say. So this is story time it's a story time about how I got into my first car accident. My first car accident and what it ended up leading me getting into my brand new car. Well, not brand new, but my new car today. So I had this car that my dad gave me back in March. I think it was like a year. Like last year, March, my dad bought me a car so I can, you know, go to school, point A to point B type of car. So it was a fix me up car. Like nothing too crazy, nothing too grand. So what happened with that was he fixed it up. You know, he had to get serviced, put through the MVA and get, you know, fixed up for the most part. So he got fixed up, serviced, passed all the inspections, all that stuff, so it's good. The car is good for the most part. Point A to point B, you know, fixed me up. It was a 2008 Nissan Versa. So it was a good, like, it was a solid first car for anybody. Like, it was good, but it was pre-owned. So, like, it had its, you know, mileage and X, Y, and Z going on with it, naturally. Me, I was just happy to have a car. It's my first car ever. My dad got me a car, say he got me a car for somebody. I'm like, this is gonna be a nice-ass car. It's still a good car. Had to buy rims. I customized it. I made the best car I could have possibly made. LED lights on the side. What's it called? I'll move my, if you guys can see, my little boxing gloves. I'm probably gonna show you guys in the new car video. But yeah, I fixed up all those types of gadgets and all this stuff. An F-man transmitter because I had no type of Bluetooth. It was a struggle, but I had no type of Bluetooth in that thing. It was my car. It was my car. It's a white Nissan Versa. If you guys know, if you guys seen it in person, you've seen it in person. But I'm probably gonna post pictures within this video. It was a white Nissan Versa. Baby. My baby. That was my car. Couldn't tell me nothing about it. I had a car. So, you know, I'm driving for a while, you know, and over time it has its problems with the battery not connecting. Sometimes it will run out of power, or the battery will just not. Anyways, the battery will not just, you know, work at times. So, you know, I had to play handyman mechanic and fix it up right quick. Handled up. And then, yeah. Some white people right there. Had to fix it up. I'm losing my train of thought like crazy. I had to fix it up, you know, did my little mechanic thing and then kept it pushing. On the highways, it started rattling. Like when I say it was rattling, the entire car was vibrating once you got to a certain speed. 60, that's it. If you're pushing 60, it was high-key dangerous when I think about it, but like the entire time rattling. Could never go on the highway. And God forbid when in the highway and it rained, that shit was just not it. But it was a solid car until about, I think this happened in January, but this is winter. So winter, there's snow, there's ice. This is my first time ever experiencing snow or ice, or at least driving a car. I drove with my parents, I drove with family members on ice. It's never been this bad. And I live in Maryland, so snow and ice, like, weather isn't really too much of a problem here, but every once in a while we'll have like snow, really bad OD snow for like two years at a time. So I guess this is my lucky year to, you know, see snow, deal with snow and all that nice inconvenient shit. So one day I'm at work and I'm driving home. I'm probably saying this is like 11. I'm driving home from work and I'm in that neighborhood and it just finished snowing. So it was snowing when I was at work, and then now, and I had work like around earlier in the night, and then it started snowing. Then the ice, you know, the snow gets hard, it's cold, it freezes over. So I'm driving home and I'm in my neighborhood, like 2 minutes away from that neighborhood. I'm just driving straight. I'm probably going like 15 or 20 in my neighborhood. Just 2 minutes away from my house. Literally 2 minutes away from my house. I drive down, boom. Couldn't control my, I was just driving down the road, boom. Hit up what's it called, a parked car. It's all control. I tried to I tried to pull away, but the momentum was already there, and then just smashed into another car. It was a huge thing, and then I was still good. So I tried to pull over after the thing happened, after the impact happened, smash into the parked car, loud ass boom, and then I try to pull myself over to the side so I can regain control of the car and try to do my one little maneuver before, I don't know, whatever happens, but I try to pull over so I won't be in the way of anything or anyone, and that's it. I'm delirious. I'm just trying to wonder what's going on. I'm confused. I'm like, oh fuck, I hit this car. What the fuck is gonna happen? This, that, and the third. I'm blown at my mind. Like, damn, now I gotta hear my parents. I gotta hear X, Y, and Z. They gotta pay money they don't need to pay. And I'm overall just responsible for this entire event. And that fucked me up. But this is all split second reaction. So I'm like thinking about all this shit all at once, and it's like overwhelming me. So I regained my sense after I pulled over to the side and I get out the car. I look to my left immediately. I see a nigga sprinting at me. He's running at me. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, well, I know what's going on, but like, I'm just like, bro, is he checking to see if I'm okay, or he's making sure I don't do a hit and run? But at that point, it's just like, bro, like, I just gave a benefit of the doubt to make sure that try to make sure that I was okay, I was good. So he asked me what's going on, and what's it called? The situation. I was just like, I was just driving, the ice right there, because apparently, my dad didn't tell me this, but apparently on where I live, there's like two ways to get up to my hill, because I live on top of a hill. So, let me think. So, like, I went the alternate path that I usually go down from, and then, what's it called? It's a slant hill. There's ice on that hill, and the momentum just carried over, 100% just carried over. Lost control. I mean, that's like, alright, don't know what happened there. But, back to the story like I was saying. Oh yeah, he said this is what's it called, up that place is notorious for, like, bad ice, and when ice gets there, it's really bad, it's very slippery, more or less the entire neighborhood knows about that. But I'm like, if that was the case, why don't you let me know? Why don't you give me snow tires, X, Y, and Z? Sometimes my dad doesn't really think long term, sometimes, but for the most part, he just said, like, yeah, that happened, police came, gave insurance information. Everything was pretty much cool at that point. I was fucked up in my head because, I just hit a car. I'm putting stress on my parents. I'm putting stress on everybody. So I get into this state where I'm just feeling like, I'm a burden. And on top of that, I come home that following night. I'm like, I come home that following night, and my parents, my parents are Haitian. So, like, they got the mascati, told me to rub this, drink, what's it called? Black, I think they gave me just black coffee or olive oil, some type of remedy. So they gave me that, told me to drink it. The first day was pretty fine. Sometimes when you go through car accidents, you don't really feel the trauma all at once. At the time. So sometimes the next day or the next couple of days, you feel it all at once. So I was perfectly fine. I showered and all that stuff and kept it. I had my little, my moment. But my main problem was that, like, I know they're just trying to care for me, but my mind was like, because I'm doing a lot of things. I'm going to the gym. I was going to doing school at the time, I believe, finishing up on school. I had a lot of hobbies and a lot of things I wanted to pursue or I wanted to do, and I couldn't do that anymore because I feel like I had to be on people's time, and I had to go through my parents. And then, there are some people just caring about, their son naturally, but I took it as like, I feel like I am disabled to do what I need to do, because I came out perfectly fine. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful or anything like that, but I came out perfectly fine, and I feel like I can get back up. I made sure to stretch, exercise, do what I need to do, and then I was also starting out my new job, so that was also one of my things. So, like, my mom had to ask my uncle to bring me to X, Y, and Z. And my thing about my family, or at least certain people in my family, is, sometimes you can't depend on people. Like, you're working on their time, and then even at that, like, they still not doing what you need them to do, even when it's a simple, straightforward task. So I'm just, like, frustrated as hell. Like, I'm frustrated. I'm borderline just, fucked up in the mental, because, like I said, trauma. My dad's talking to the insurance, all this stuff. I'm trying to make sure they're good, make sure everything's paid off and handled. So my uncle brings me to my job stuff. I put him on my paperwork and stuff. They days go by and I go straight home and I just sit in bed because I'm just taking the time to recover. But eventually it gets into like a week or a couple, like 4 days, so close to like a week. So I'm like, I'm good. I came out unscathed from my car accident. And the main reason why I feel like I came out unscathed from my car accident is hold on, right here. I keep a Bible in my car. I feel like this is the main reason why I came out unscathed, even though it wasn't as bad as it could have been. What I'm saying, I came out with no pain, no nothing. It was just like shock, trauma, that's gonna happen. But I came out with no injuries, and I'm truly grateful for that. So I think it's the Bible in my car, so I keep a Bible in my new car. God forbid anything happens to the new car, but I keep a Bible on it in it 24/7. So that happened. I was fucked up about it. I tell my parents, let me borrow the car. My mom has a car and I wanted to drive it. But like whenever it came to conversation, it was just like, no, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that, they wouldn't let me. So I was just frustrated because I was like, I even had like a little outburst where I started crying because it's frustrating that I had all this freedom and control of my life. And like I said, I don't think it was them trying to be like mean or harsh or anything like that. But I just felt in the moment like I had no control whatsoever. And it's just like, I wasn't like, paralyzed from the waist down or anything like that. I wanted to get back on my normal routine. Things are happening naturally, of course, but I still wanted to continue with my normal schedule. But, eventually they let me get the car and I was able to, well, actually, no, I'm skipping ahead. I was walking to and from places. So it was like winter, mind you. So if I wanted to go to the gym and the gym's like probably like 5 minutes or 8 minutes away from my house, I walked the whole way like I used to do back in high school. I used to walk a whole lot. So I walked, bundled up, walked there, walked back, and come back. And back then was daylight savings time, so it got dark outside really quickly, like really quickly. So it got dark. I had to walk. I walked to and from. I was freezing my ass off. But me and my mentality is that I can't stay stagnant. I would not pretend to be something that I'm not. So I would not like pretend to be someone who needs help or who needs people to spoon feed them and anything like that. It may be a bad way of thinking, but that's how I felt at the time. Like I feel like I really need to push myself or get out of this state. Like I took my time to rest, but now it's time to get back on it, because if I stop or I get too comfortable, I'm gonna stay stagnant forever. So I went to the gym, I went to the job, and eventually after a couple of days of me walking to wherever I need to go, however the distance, my parents let me get the car. I'm not sure if they felt bad. I'm not sure it was to so prevent me to feel bad, prevent me from walking. But they let me borrow the car. I had to drive my mom's car for months, like from February to April. So months and weeks after going to shift to shift, job to job, location to location, driving the car. It's also difficult because since we're all sharing a car, because my mom's car is technically the family car, we shared the car. Whenever they called me, like, I need you to come and go groceries, I had to go straight home. So it's still restricting in that aspect, but at the same time, I was still able to drive the car, so I was perfectly fine with that. But it wasn't as things used to be, but I just knew it was temporary. My goal for this year was already to buy a car, but now that this happened, it's just like, wow. And I was building, and I bought a credit. I got a credit card back in October because I knew I wanted to get my credit together. So I wanted to do that, and then it came down to it. I purchased a car in April. I was talking to my dad about buying a car. He said he would talk about it. He went down to a dealership. The guy was chill. Everything was cool. Everything was really just a smooth process. And it was like I'm seeing all this firsthand. We test drive a whole bunch of cars. There were 3 cars. There was a Nissan Sentra, 2 Nissan Sentras, 2017, and there were red, like a bright red, and then there was a graphite blue one. But I didn't want any of those because it wasn't as spacious, or it wasn't the look that I wanted. Or it's not even the look, but it just wasn't appealing to me as a whole. It wasn't my preference. Even though I couldn't, I wasn't really trying to go OD high. It wasn't my plan to get this type of car. I'm grateful for it, But at the time, I was just like, okay, I'm not feeling this. Let me see all my options. They showed me this car that I have right here, which you guys see in the video before. Well, I'm not sure when I put before or after, but you guys see it in the video. So I got the car now, and I was like, this is the one. My dad test drove it. It was smooth. Everything was nice, up to date, high tech. I love my technology, so everything was up to date. Had Bluetooth, had seat warmers, and all this nice stuff. I didn't have to use the FN transmitter to connect the Bluetooth to the radio and all that extra stuff. Everything was just solid. So I was like, yeah, this is the one. I want this one. My dad was like, yeah, he likes it too. Went back, filled out the paperwork, you know, all that nice stuff. I think I might put in a clip because I think I was recording the test drives for the other cars on TikTok. So I was doing all that, and all that was settled. Test drove it back to the place. We couldn't take it home that same day, unfortunately, but everything worked out. I got within that Thursday, took it home at nighttime, and everything was just, you know, just smooth from there. I drove it back home. Shit has sports mode. I don't even know what a sports mode is. I don't know what to use it for, but here we are. And I feel like it's my story because, like, me personally, I like to think about the best in things. In the situation when I was like depressed in that moment back in January, at the end of January, it was a bleak, desperate situation that I felt like I wouldn't know how to come out from. And now I bought this nice, beautiful car. It's under my name. The insurance is under my name, and I'm able to pay it off because I worked in my current job for 2 years. Everything's just saved up and just good. So I'm able to pay for this car and live this nice, you know, I'm living good. I'm truly feel humble. Like, it's a dream to wake up, see this car, and it's like, it's my car. It belongs to me. Whatever happens to it is my responsibility, truly. It's not like the last cars are my responsibility, but this is like me. Like, this is all me. If I miss a payment or if I don't pay something off or X, Y, and Z, that's all on me. So I feel like I'm truly stepping into my adulthood and coming into my own. It's a lot. I mean, even with this video, like, it's been hard because the weather hasn't been nice, and I was just trying to make it nice for you guys to see. I just posted a picture on Instagram, and I'm trying to go more into depth when it comes to my video. So I posted that nice little snippet picture on Instagram. People are loving it. I'm glad everyone's loving it. Thank you to all the guys who are seeing my video. Seeing my post. Thank you guys for seeing my post. And now you guys have more explanation to the background story to how I got my car and what happened to my previous car, if you guys were wondering, or if you guys didn't know. So technically my second car, but this is my first car that I purchased myself. Big man things, you know, moving up in the world. So I'm done procrastinating when it comes to this video. Everything is set. I'll show you guys pictures of my old car and all that stuff, and that's about the story. And now we're at the end of April when I'm recording this, and then we're gonna keep moving from there. And if you guys want to know any other information like the make, the model, anything that you need to know, I'll post pictures. I'll most likely will have pictures in the beginning or the end, so you guys can see me with it. Promote my Instagram picture, you know, like it up, you know what I'm saying? Like it up, like me up. You know, I try to do a nice little photo shoot for you guys. I actually had a lot of fun that day. So shouts out to the people who I was with when I was taking those pictures. And for the most part, I just wanted to get the message across that no matter what situation that you may face, for anything, like shit happens all the time. Bleak situations happen all the time. But it depends on how you like to think about it, or how you want to use that situation to make yourself either fall into that situation. Alright, not in the car anymore, I'm in my room. This is like my fourth take, and I'm trying to wrap this up. So my point was, everything happened to me back in January. I took it, people helped me out, and I appreciate it for all those people who tried to talk to me about the situation and try to motivate me. And, you know, I had to go through my stuff, and I picked myself back up, and now I worked through February and March, and then we're now in April, and I'm driving this nice car that it has a Bluetooth. I went from a 2008 Nissan Versa to a 2019 Nissan Sentra, and I'm really happy about that. And I was not expecting it to even go like that, but I bought it and everything is straight. The insurance is in my name. Everything's just chill. Blessed for it. So happy for it. But my point was I was trying to get into my ideology a little bit. You know, if you guys want to hear me, you know, be on my little spiritual shit, not even spiritual shit, but like my motivational speaker energy. You guys know, some people know about that. I'm a motivational speaker, like, you know, self-proclaimed. So your mindset or how you think that dictates a lot of things. If you want to put certain type of energy into something, into people, or how to react to certain things. If you have a good positive mindset or not take things as seriously, depends on how severe the situation is. Take things not as seriously or just take it on the chin and keep it moving and just keep it going. You'll have, I guarantee you'll have a 90%, I'm 90% sure. 9%, I pulled that from my ass, but I'm pretty sure you will have an easier time about going about life. People do some fucked up things, but it doesn't mean you have to react to every single thing that people do to you. It's not worth it in the long run. It just ends up limiting you in a way. Don't say, not to say that you have to kiss people's asses and shit, but it's never worth it. And through that positive way of thinking, I built a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships. I built a lot of connections and networking that I'm proud of. And due to me building those relationships, I was able to do some things on YouTube. And due to those connections, I'm able to put on this next video that I'm gonna show you guys pretty soon, and videos that people on Instagram are going to see, because I'm gonna promote pretty soon. I've done no promotion whatsoever, and I've been really beating myself up about this, but once I do it, there's no coming back. So hope you guys enjoy me and enjoy seeing me and reacting and playing X, Y, and Z. We have more stuff coming up very soon, and I really want to make this into my thing, an entertainer. I've always been an entertainer, and that's about it for the story. I got a car, I bought a car, and I'm proud of myself, and other people are proud of me. And believe in yourself at all costs. Do not let anyone take you down. Support yourself and support others at your own risk. And that's all I have to say. So I'm gonna show you I'm gonna show you videos of the car and the interior and the exterior and the make and all that stuff and how nice it looks when I cleaned it. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and just enjoy the rest of the montage. I'll catch you guys later. Let's get all over there. Step back. Look at the parts towards this. Then go to here. What's the front of it? Then cut to the side. Side like that. Pick this on. Side, then over. Interior, look. Top. So I keep some candy in here. The candy's finished. I'm gonna throw it away. I keep a Bible in my car because back to my original situation in the little story I'm about to tell you guys. I got what happened to my other car was that something happened, and due to, I feel like personally I came out in the best possible situation. I had this in the car, and it actually, I feel like due to that, it actually kept me protected. So I actually feel really happy that, you know, I kept this with me inside my car. So I'm gonna get more into that in a second, but yeah, that's about it. It feels good to touch for the most part, so I think it's pretty cool. We have seat warmers. We have seat warmers right here. You know, that basically, you know, heat up the seat, cool down the seat. Not cool down the seat. There's a high setting, there's a low setting. It just basically warms up your seat. I have no need for that. It's spring, but I thought it was pretty cool. As you can see over here, all this room right here. That's my tripod right there. All this room, it feels like it's like a dream. All the seat room in the back seat. The back seat is nice. I'll put more in-depth pictures in a second. But just so much room. I have my little, you know, if you're from the Caribbean, or if you're a foreigner, you know, the little boxing gloves. You know, I feel like I had to have that for the culture, you know, for the most part. And what else is in here? I have sanitizer that I got from getting my vaccine, I believe. A whole bunch of, I have a charger right here. More hand sanitizer, lotion, you know, nice little lotion. We have my ID. I think one of my paychecks are actually in here, and then a notepad, basically stuff for my jobs. So that was pretty chill. You know, like I have all these outlets and all these things I can plug in basically anything I want, and I think that's just so handy. And you know, nothing too crazy. You know, you can extend this out a little bit, just a little bit, so you know, you can put your arm out, armrest. So that's huge. I'm telling you, nothing was in here for my other car. Nothing was here. It was just this thingy and this thingy. You know, see the shift and the emergency brake, and that's it. I have sports mode. I can touch all these buttons to configure my mirrors and open my trunk and all that shit. I have all these gadgets and features, and it's like, bro, what the fuck? I bought some air freshener because I don't like my car stinking. All of this is just beautiful to me. It feels so good to drive too. It's like a dream. Actually, let me start the car for you guys, so you guys can see more features. It sounds like a dream. Has a nice little animation right there. I kind of got a little excited when I saw that. Nissan Connect. It's going straight to my Bluetooth. We can go down to my features for on my screen. It's not doing the thing. Audio. Oh, tripping. We can go to connections. Dang. Oh, it has Wi-Fi. So I can put Wi-Fi on my car, which is actually wild. USB devices, stereotypical car stuff. Well, not every car, but you know, regular modern car stuff. You know, for the most part. Audio, the main menu, yeah, settings and everything. I believe it has CarPlay, or Apple CarPlay, which is, I have no clue. I don't even know how to access it at first, so I had to connect my USB to it. I believe, yep, it changed up this entire thing. So it's all my Spotify stuff, my phone stuff. Like I can just activate my I can call anyone from right here. You know, all my stuff right here. I can put my GPS right here, which is very convenient because I used to have I have the magic magnet thing right here, and that basically I have put something in the back of my phone case, so basically it sticks on. So when I put it right here, it's straight. But now I just don't even need that. Oh, I just put my GPS right here, plug it in my phone, and that's it. The hub is really cool. The fact that Spotify is right here is actually really convenient because I used to have a problem. And also I have these little, I even show you guys the gadgets on my steering wheel. So this is basically to change the song to and from. Source, basically where is it playing from, like the radio and stuff. you know, regular, increased volume. Changed this little hub right here. Changes that. Horn, typical stuff. Accelerate. What's it called? I forgot what it's called. Coasts, not coast, but like cruise. I think it's like cruise control right here. Yeah, cruise on and off, and this is like series, so I'm on the road, I'll just put that on. And I think this is for backing up, or let me know that people are too close to my car, so it starts beeping. Have my AC is pretty lit, pretty straightforward stuff. And glove department, let me see,